Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft Survival Let's Play episode. My name is Ramses and we are looking at some pretty cool new version of the Forge. I think it's looking pretty good. I think that, so I added some windows and you can see a little flower in the windowsill there and there's some things like that and just a little bit more trim and things like that, but the shape is pretty much what you guys saw last time. It's actually pretty close to that. Most of the work that I did, I actually did inside. I added this staircase, and actually I can show you right now. If we, well, first I guess we'll look at the outside real quick so you can see sort of some of the other windows. But yeah, we did these windows and stuff, and then up the stairs up here, you can see Pythagoras. So those of you who don't remember, we named a pig on our stream, and then I let you guys know in the last session that it was named, the last episode, that our stream elected to name this pig Pythagoras. He's the math pig. And then we have one other person here, person, not pig. We have a blacksmith. Hey, you coming over to say hi? Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, I would like to introduce you to Herbert Potts, blacksmith extraordinaire. We can buy armor and weapons from him, I guess. And this is his little workstation. So this is the forge, and this is where our blacksmith lives. And in here, you can see we've got some lava for him to work with, and we've got a this heavily used anvil because he does so much hard work. And we've got some furnaces and a couple more, I guess, backup anvils. I don't know. I needed something to fill in this space, and I have too much iron, so I used it. We've got some weapons up here on the wall and some armor over here in the corner. And him and Pythagoras, they work together and they build stuff, right? And then upstairs, so down here is where he works, and then upstairs is Herbert's bed, along with, you know, a flower and a cactus and some windows to look out over the swampland. And yeah, and I did this cool little thing with the carpets that I kind of liked. I thought it looked kind of cool. Varied up the floor just a little bit. Some of you may be noticing this. There's a torch and an item frame and an anvil on the wall. Like I mentioned, oh, I have some redstone in my inventory. Ignore it. Or I'll move this out of my inventory as well. There we go. Yeah, this doesn't seem possible, but somehow it is. All those things actually can work like this. So the way it works, I think it looks kind of cool because it looks like there's a little like thing holding the torch, which I think is pretty cool. If any of you want to know how to do this, it's really simple. Lay down an item frame on the block. Then you take a torch and you point your cursor not at the item frame, but still at the same side of the block like this. Boom. And it places the torch on the wall even though the item frame is there. And then don't place on the torch, but place next to the torch on the item frame, not on the block. And you should get, boop, right there. Anvil in an item frame with a torch coming through the item. You can do that with any item. I just think it looks good with the anvil. I think specifically the anvil makes it look really, really cool. I can even rotate the anvil if I wanted to. Do we think that looks better? What do we think do we think this one looks better or this one looks better? I feel like right side up looks better. It looks more directly like it's being held by something. I think that looks pretty cool. Anyway, that's actually all I really had to show you guys about this. I'm gonna go sleep upstairs in Herbert's bed real quick. Sorry, Herbert, I'm gonna borrow your bed. It's becoming nighttime, so I figured I should sleep. There we go. Okay, so perfectly slept. It's a bright new shiny day, and that's the forge. We are not gonna play in the forge today, though. We have another plan for the day, and that involves Netherwart. We used to have a small collection of Netherwart over at the front of our house over here. And then I got rid of it because I didn't like the way it looked. It was right over here somewhere. I didn't like the way it looked aesthetically. I want a different thing to set up. Like, I want to set up like a real Netherwart farm. And I actually think our farming district is over there, but that's for like regular stuff. That over there is where we farm like carrots and wheat, and Netherwart is kind of its own kind of special thing. And so what I'm thinking about doing is over here in the corner next to our nether portal, because I feel like next to our nether portal makes sense because it's Netherwart, we like dig a cave into the ground. Maybe so that it goes like underneath our portal. We have like a little like natural looking cave that goes down here, and we do a little Netherwart farm. But I don't just want to do like any old Netherwart farm. I'd like it to be somewhat smart. Not super smart, but just somewhat smart. It doesn't even have to be very large. But to that effect, I've started compiling some plans. So first step is, how do we get rid of the Netherwart? Well, one way we can do it is with water. Because if we put water where the Netherwart is, it'll uproot the Netherwart, and all the Netherwart is going to flow in whatever direction the water goes. So my idea is, what if we put a, like a water bucket in a dispenser, just like this, and then we click it, right? And the water gets sent out. Perfect. And you see it uprooted the grass and gave us some seeds. And then we would have to click it again in order to get the water back. And the water would go back in here, and the bucket would be in here. But what if we did that a little bit smarter? So this is my idea that I want to try with you guys. I haven't tried this yet. Where'd my button go? Oh, I have it. Okay, good. So let's go like this. And then... Hey! Oh, that doesn't work. Well, that was fun. I'm gonna get my redstone back real quick. So, note to self, don't leave redstone in the open. We need some blocks here. Let's steal these 2 grass blocks. And then really quickly, let's throw this. Nope, okay, it still doesn't work. I didn't plan to have blocks here. I wasn't planning on this. I mean, I guess, hold on. Let's try some out real quick. We can actually make this simpler, I feel like, and we don't even need any redstone. So, if we take our observer, place our observer right there. Then we take our dispenser, place that right there. Great, now we place this inside here. And now what we can do is so the way an observer works is when an observer detects a block update, I'm actually going to wait to place this down. Or no, better yet, I'm just going to wait to put the bucket in. That'll work. I can have this already placed down, but I'm going to wait to put the bucket in until after, just in case it triggers it. But what happens is when an observer detects a block update, it gives a little flash, and you heard a little click because it worked. You can sort of hear it. But what happens is the observer detects us pressing the button, and then it detects when the button comes back up, which means it gives 2 pulses, so it can turn the water on and then off again. So if we put the water in here and we click the button, we get water out, and the button, as if I didn't know that was going to happen, the button got lost. I can't tell what's happening with this thing right now. You'd think I know what I'm doing. The answer is I do not. Oh, the water is triggering the observer. Take that off of there. Take the water out of here. We need an observer. Oh, we're going to have to replace this because we need to get the observer in place. Gosh, nothing is working like I want it to right now. That's okay. Go like that. And we need a button right here. And that should do us just fine. Which means if we put the bucket in here, what should happen is we press the button to get water out. And it automatically ends because we don't need to press it again now. Because the observer detects it when we press it. And then when it comes back up, so that the water goes out, and then it breaks. So that's the idea right now. Wooden button. The reason I'm using a wooden button is because it gives a slightly longer pulse than a stone button. That's a relatively good amount of time. I don't really know. We're going to have to test it out. And once we get into the space, we're going to have to see how it's going to work. But to start with, we need to actually get into the space. So let's go check out what over here kind of looks like. I'm thinking, yeah, the idea of going sort of into the ground underneath another portal kind of makes sense to me. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to sort of create a little bit of a a little bit of like a curved area. So we're gonna kind of we're gonna curve around here and then go underneath. I'm trying to make this look somewhat natural. That's my goal. I don't want it to feel like a staircase, you know? Yeah, I'm feeling like a general shape, something like this. So it kind of curves up and around. So we go, and there's an entrance to it somehow right here. Maybe we build some kind of door or something like that, or we have like a secret hidden entrance or something, and then we come down here, and it curves around into this area. It'll just be a short little curve. It doesn't need to be very much. But I think that will look really, really good. So what we need to do now is actually kind of go through and clean up the shape of this thing. So I'm going to go through and do that. And I will bring you guys back when I have something closer to the shape that we are looking for. Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. All right, I've been doing some digging, and I think I have a pretty good idea of the shape of what I'm looking for this place. You can see right here, I took it out just a little bit farther, and we got like this cool little natural bend nook that takes us down into here. And this is all very angly right now because I don't actually really know how it's going to operate. But what I do know is that, I hear an Enderman. That's not good. What I do know is that this space right here, if let's say this block right here was our dispenser, and we put water right there, it would cover this whole area, which would take the netherwort all the way over to here, which is, I think, exactly what we're looking for. I think that's perfect. So then what we need to do is we would make these all soul sand so we could actually have netherwort on it, and then I want to design this to look kind of like a cave. So we would get, so I guess first let's get everything working. Let's get the redstone working, because what we're going to need is basically, I'm going to have to dig out some of this area right here, and we're probably going to have to dig under or at least around somehow. Maybe we'll dig around this way. Yeah, we're going to have to dig around this way. I'll put some light in here. And this will be the direction that our redstone likes to travel. So let's see if we can, I'll put some light on this end as well, and then if we just go straight through, we should find the other tunnel we started digging. Good. So this will be where our redstone goes. That shouldn't be too difficult. We should only need one dispenser on this end, and that should be everything we need. I might build this up one more block. I thought about building it down, but I might place this stuff here, in which case our dispenser would be right here, and our redstone would be one level up from this. Or do we want to have it be all the way down? Do we want to have it set into the ground like that? These probably won't be here, so that'll help. Right? And then, yeah, this should work. Okay, so let's get some stuff in place, right? We're going to have to do a slightly wider turnaround right here so that we have room for the dispenser as well. So this block is where it's going to go. This block is where the observer will go. And then theoretically, I don't have enough redstone right now, but theoretically we should be able to do the same thing with just the button over here on this end, right? And then a dispenser right there. Oh, I set this in too far. That's not what I meant to do. That was a definite mistake. There we go. Okay. Back to this, get our redstone back, and stop placing water while I'm trying to do redstone. That would be step one. Now, theoretically, this thing lighting up or not lighting up should do us the same thing. Do we have? We do. We have 2 arrows. Let's test this thing. So what we're going to do is a dispenser should also give out arrows, which means if we stand here, we should be able to see this thing shoot arrows when 2 arrows. Once when we push the button, and once when the button lets go. It does. Okay, see? That's exactly what we're looking for. So this thing shoots 2 arrows just like what we want, which means all we have to do is extend this redstone out to here. That's literally all we have to do. We need to get probably, do we have we do. We even have a repeater. Great. So then we'll put that there. And let's make sure this still works with a repeater in the mix. So let's put 2 more arrows in there and make sure it works, because we're gonna have to extend the signal. I think this is like, I mean, to here was like, I mean, we had 12, and we still got 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. Yeah, that takes us to, well, 12 plus 4 takes us to 16, which should be 1 more than what. So yeah, we're just barely going to be out of reach. Redstone only has a signal strength of 15. That's as far as it can go. So we need to have a repeater in there somewhere. And that works. What happens if we delay it by a little bit? What happens if we add some redstone delay? Let's find out. Put a few more ticks on the repeater and see what happens. I don't think it actually changes our timing because the ultimate pulse is still the same length. So I don't think it matters. That's okay. But let's start by repairing this right here. Just like that. Make sure that we've got another torch in here to kind of keep things pretty well lit to avoid redstone lighting updates. And then we need a few more pieces of redstone and probably a couple other things as well. Let's go figure out what. I fetched a few more supplies, and while I was over there, I actually had another idea that I would like to try that may work even better. So let's take our redstone right here. And there shouldn't be anything that the water can mess up now, because it can't get all the way here. Let's try a pressure plate. If we step on the pressure plate, it should light it up. It goes to there. And if we step off, it lets go of it. And we can stay here for as long as we want, which means now we control the pulse length. Instead of it being on a button, we can just stand. So let me grab that and stick it right there. And it'll literally come right to us. Great. I love that. I brought some nether brick fences to put right there. Now, let's actually test the rest of the mechanism using soul sand and netherwart just to see what happens. Hopefully I have enough soul sand. I actually don't know if I do. I only got 23. I may have to go into the nether to get some more. Oh my gosh, we're just barely going to have enough here. Yeah, we had 2 left over. Great. The nice thing about what I'm doing here is I'm only making it 3 wide so that I can walk up here and replace it really easily. And then all we have to do to get it back and I guess we just wait a while for the netherwart to come all the way to us. Yeah, and that way, and I was right, it takes too long for the netherwart to get to us. I think we do need that much delay. But I don't like getting to see all this redstone, so we're gonna have to figure out a better way to do this redstone, which is going to mean putting some redstone right there, and then like that. That's what that's ultimately gonna need. And then we're probably going to need, because right here, if we put a block right here, it's going to interrupt our redstone. So what we're probably going to need is a slab right there and right there. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know how to make this work. We may have to... We may have to do something like that, so that we can actually put a block here for the wall. That's my best guess, is that this is what we're going to have to do. Yeah, and then let's see. Well, I don't have a... Do I have any wood on me? I need to make slabs. I don't have any slabs. I'm just stealing these 2 wooden slabs. We're not going to be what we actually use, but I don't want to run all the way back in the house right now to test this. I want to see if this actually works. All right, I covered it in with slabs and with some blocks right there, and we're going to see if it still operates. Oh my goodness, it does. That's perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. Okay, we know that it operates. Now we just have to, like, decorate the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna go put these slabs back, and let's go grab some actual decoration blocks and see what we can make happen. We have to kind of come up with a theory for how we want this place to look. Also, where did those slabs come from? I want to say, like, here and here? Does that make sense to us? I think I kind of like the way that looks. That makes sense to me. Okay, cool. We'll call it good. All right, I've been doing some decorative work down in the little farm we've been building, trying to make it look a little bit nicer, using some block variation like this. There's an Enderman right there. Okay, he just disappeared. That scared the everything out of me. He's dancing around. Okay, well, let's go down here. You can see we've got... God, that guy is freaking me out a little bit. I'm gonna make a little grass block something right here, just in case I need to fight that Enderman. That seems like a good idea. Anyway, the thing I was trying to say is I'm working down here, trying to do the final little bits of block variation and make this place look nice, like a nice little, like, natural cave. I may come through and add some grass or vines. Vines would probably be a good call. In fact, I bet you we could even, like, hang some vines right here, so we have to sort of walk through the vines to get down here, where I've still been working and doing stuff and trying to make it look nice. We've got... I wanted to add in some, like, leaves and stuff. It's some light coming in from the ceiling. Lots of fun stuff over here. Let's see. I've been trying to use... There we go. I'm just trying to get in some more stuff besides just the smooth stone, you know? But every time I think I know what to put there, it's always like, oh, I'm basically only using gravel and moss stone and smooth stone with a little bit of andesite. I feel like I could use some more andesite. I feel like that's what it's missing still, that I have too much of everything else and not enough of some of this other stuff. So that was gravel that I just did with my pickaxe. Pay no attention. I think I need to add a little bit more light onto this side, like that. That makes me feel like this place is pretty well lit up, you know? Got some light coming in from up there, which looks a little bit strange, maybe, but I also sort of like it. And then this block right here, I don't have the thing down right now because I kept stepping on it and accidentally harvesting the farm. But this block right here is where we're ultimately going to put the pressure plate. And that is probably everything we need for this farm. I feel like it's operational. We should see what we can get at it. We currently have 3 right now, and these aren't finished growing yet, but at least some of them will have grown. So let's find out what we get when we sit here for a minute, we wait for these things to come in, and there it is. We've got this right... Oh, I can't do it when I have blocks in my offhand. That doesn't work. But yeah, I just come in here, and I replant this stuff from up here. We'll grab these real quick. And yeah, this thing... Oh, I did not mean to... See, this is the problem, is you accidentally harvest the thing too often. I wonder if it'd be smarter to use a switch, so we don't accidentally step on it all the time. We could use a switch instead. Do I have a stick on me? I don't have a stick on me. I need a stick. As much as I like the system when we use pressure, like I like being able to just walk up and stand on it, I feel like the lever is probably a little bit better to use just because, well, this way we don't accidentally trigger it all the time. It's a shame. I kind of liked the idea of using the pressure plate, but I'm finding the whole time I was building and even after that, I kept accidentally triggering the thing. So we've managed to get three Netherwart out of this whole process so far, just while we were farming, which is good. I haven't actually gotten time to really let it grow yet, though, because it's been so busy growing and doing other things here. I think the Enderman's gone. Wait. I thought it was, and then I thought I heard something. Man, that Enderman's got me a little bit spooked. Whatever. If I die from an Enderman, I die from Enderman, and that's just the way it goes. I actually haven't died very much in this series, so hopefully we'll be okay. But yeah, I think I like the way that this looks. Just basic block variation. You guys understand the mechanics of basically what we did. It was just turn on and off the water with this switch, basically. And we collect it. It all comes straight down to us. We step up and grab the stuff from here, and then we flick it again. The water retracts. We plant everything back, and we've got Netherwart. That's exactly how it goes. So we can farm this whenever we want to. In fact, I will AFK long enough that this grows and we can harvest at one time before we end this episode. Alright, I've been hanging out for a little while now, and our Netherwart should be grown by now, so let's go check it out. We'll take a look at what this place looks like. I think it's looking really, really good. I really like the way this looks, really cool and natural, and it looks like, yes, all of our Netherwart has grown. So let's test this system for the first time. I don't have any Netherwart on me right now, which means when we flick this, whatever we get after we plant should be how much this farm gets us, like, every single time, which would be kind of cool. We lost a little bit up there, but that's okay. We're going to go get it in just a second. And then we turn it off. The water turns off. We go over here. We get that. And then we can come through and replant just like this. Takes a second. Sometimes I miss. There we go. And we get 45 Netherwart each time? That's not bad. I mean, it might be a little bit different every time because I think it might be somewhat random how much Netherwart you get back, but 45 each time? We don't need that much. Did I say Netherrack? I may have said Netherrack. If I did, I meant Netherwart. Everything's Nether. Nether this, Nether that. Nether portal, Netherrack, Netherwart. Whatever it is. Anyway. Nether brick. There's another one. Anyway. Yeah, so this totally works, and I'm pretty happy about that, actually. So we'll stick this in there, and we've got a place to sort it, right? We should be sorting it up here. Yeah, we may even need to make more room to sort it because we've got so much. What we might do is move the Netherwart blocks and the Netherwart into their own chest over here and just do, blaze rods and blaze powder, and then maybe a completely separate chest just for other potion ingredients like gas tears and magma creams and stuff. Or we might start keeping those in with these potion ingredients. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter right now. For right now, we're going to call this episode done. This will be the end of the episode for today. Well, that is going to be it for us today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. You can see I'm standing on our balcony right now, and behind us, the piggies they like to stand on the pressure plates and look out the door. Hey, Percival. How are you doing, buddy? Oh, well, clearly he doesn't care right now. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed making it. I've been wanting to put together another Wart farm for a little while now, and I'm finally glad that we could get that done with so that we can actually start having it more consistently. Our next project, I think, for me at least, is a vine farm, because I'm running out of vines. In fact, I don't have any left. I mean, I've got them all around in the swamp, like I can see some all over the place, but I don't have any left in my sorting system, so we need to get a vine farm up and running. So that no longer becomes a problem. But that will be for next time. For today, we are done. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Keep being your beautiful selves, and I will see you guys all next time. Thank you so much for watching.